LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I
filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
what do I do?
My refund, though. I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Tell me what you're feeling.
Hey, what's happening? This is your host Tinto, and before we get started on this week's episode, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that got me coffees, starting with you, the flavored woman. You bought me 2 coffees, and your commentary reads, some coffees to keep your stomach warm. My stomach? Girl, get my body warm. Okay. Take that the right way, feelers. I mean, I just don't think coffee should be warming up a stomach. That's all I'm saying. Next up, I got Tino Tenda, got me a coffee, and thank you so much for coming to reads. Thank you for sharing so many stories. Hey, you're welcome. If you guys would like to support the podcast in a similar way, please head over to www.buymeacoffee.com/feeling station and give as your spirit leads. Remember, there is nothing too small to support the podcast you've grown to love. And if money is a bit tight, hey, listen, you got a free way of connecting with the feelers. I've got something that I'm starting to call Notes to Feelers, which requires you to sign up to my weekly communication with those people that I'd like to describe as deep feelers, because this goes a layer deeper than just commentary on Instagram. It's actually a personal note from me to those deep feelers. If you want to become a deep feeler, please click the link in the bio, and when we send you an email, make sure you confirm it. If you don't confirm it, you don't get the deep stuff. So hey, up to you what you want to do, but I'd really love you to become a deep feeler. With that out of the way, I need to get into this week's episode, but I have to give you a disclaimer. This episode does have references to sexual assault, and it goes from 0 to 100 real quick, and also threats of physical violence. So if this is something that is very likely to trigger you, hey man, do the right thing and leave this episode alone, and don't try and catch next week's episode because it's got the same kind of theme. Maybe let me catch you after Ramadan, and let me catch you after Easter, because things kind of take a bit of a chill pill beyond that point. With that out of the way, let's get straight into this week's episode.
Is that a breakup? I think we have a situation right here. On the Feeling Station.
Hello?
What's up? How's it going?
Hi, Tinto. On the dot.
On the dot.
Man.
We do not play.
Wow, I need to learn those skills because I'm one person who can't even keep time. Yeah.
Now we're going to change that today. Welcome to the Feeling Station.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
Keeping well. For those listening to the podcast for the first time, it's a romantic family and friendship breakup podcast showcasing stories that people would like to talk about with a view to give you lessons from their experiences. Now, I hope you find today's story entertaining, but more importantly, meaningful. And the podcast is really popular for 2 main reasons. The first being, I do my best to keep my guests anonymous by giving them a name from the African continent. And today I've ventured to the nice tropical country of Uganda.
That's nice.
In East Africa. And the name that I have for you is Nasozi, which is Nassozi. Nasozi.
Wow, that's a nice name.
Yeah. The meaning, though, is a bit funny, right? This means somebody was born on a hill. And I don't know if you've listened to the episode called Rockin' the Hard Place.
I think I should listen to that.
Yeah, I think you should, because it's giving Rockin' the Hard Place vibes. So those people who've listened to it know exactly what I mean. Born on a hill. Yeah, so that's Nasozi. And what are you calling the name of the person you're talking about today?
Okay, this is going to be very funny, but I'm going to call him Idiot. Because he was an idiot.
Okay, that kind of left me speechless.
I
Okay,
know.
so the story is about Nasozi and Idiot. And the second reason why the podcast is really popular is their real life lessons that people walk away with from the story that you're going to share. So, what would you like anybody listening to your episode today to go away with?
Okay, so my first lesson for today, the first one would be the basic one. Listen to your inner person or your inner spirit and your parents.
Oh, okay.
I know it's the common national anthem, but I feel like we need to hammer it a bit more for people to really get it in there.
Well, yeah, that's the common anthem is listen to your gut, but you've added another layer to say your parents too. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And lesson number 2?
Lesson number 2 is to all the young fellas, 22 years and older, you can't beat the game. Please date your age mates until you're mature enough to date older men.
Okay.
You can't.
Cool. I got it. Number 3?
Most of these grown men that come to date younger women, they are predators looking for victims.
Oh, yo. Okay, yeah, that's deep.
Yeah, because they couldn't handle women their age, so they come to the young ones.
Yeah. Do you have a fourth one?
Yeah, the last one is love is a two-way street, guys. If the person loving you is what it takes for you to get into a relationship, you need to examine it because it's a two-way street. You also need to love the person back.
Yeah, true. Cool. So if I play those back, number 1, always listen to your inner person and your parents. Number 2, to all that are 22 and below, girls, you can never be the smarter one. Date your age mates, period. Number 3, most older men who date young women are predators and looking for victims. And number 4, love is a two-way street. Cool. Nasozi, tell me, where did you meet Idiot and why did you decide to give him a chance?
Okay. So this is how the story goes. So Nasozi was in the last year of high school.
I mean, this is you, right? So you don't even need to refer to as Nasozi. Just say I was.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Go for it.
So I was in the last year of my high school. And then, so my parents, they ventured into mining and they wanted me to be familiar with the system because I don't like mining. So my mom was like, you need to know the family business. You're the eldest one, you know that. So she sent me to where she sells her gold. Like there's like those houses where you can sell your gold. My mom was a very known customer there. She had called ahead like, hi guys, today I'm not making the delivery. Sending my child. I've explained to her the process, but I want her to walk through the process alone. So please just assist her. So cool. So my mom dropped me off and then she's like, I'll come and pick you up later. So when I arrived there, I don't know if you're familiar with the process, but those that are listening that are familiar, so when you get to that house, they're like boys that are there. So gold is sold in 2. So there's one way it's not refined and then the other way it is refined. So my mom mainly ventures in unrefined.
Right.
So she had sent me with pieces, so they needed to be refined. So there are boys that are there that make sure that it is refined. So that is how I met Idiot. Idiot was one of those runner boys that helped me to refine. And then I met the person, the owner, and then did the transaction. Good, fine. So when I was about to go, there were 2. I'll call the other one Idiot 2. So Idiot 1.
Right.
So Idiot 1 and Idiot 2 were like, you're cute. Can we have your number? So Idiot 2 was the one that was bold enough to say, can I have your number? And then because where I come from, if you don't give a guy your number, sometimes it may be violent. So I just gave Idiot 2 my number. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? And then I gave him my number. Cool. Went back to high school, which was the last term of high school. So when I went to school back, I had my phone with me. So I was talking to Idiot 2. And then a new number appeared from nowhere. And then I'm thinking, who is this? Funny enough, it's Idiot. And he's saying, do you remember me? I stole your number from this one's phone. I'm like, oh, okay, I do. What's up? And then we started talking, just normal talking. And then he started telling me that, I like you, blah, 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 blah. So at first, it was games. Naive high school girls were just games, using this one and this one, talking to this one and this one before you go to sleep. And then high school ended. Long holiday came. So when we were on the long holiday, I later found out that Idiot 2 had made a girl pregnant. So I was like, ooh, you out. And then Idiot was left. And then it's like, I know you know him, he's got a girlfriend. And he kept on being persistent. So this was like 4 months into the holiday. And he was still asking me out all this while. And then I told my friend. And my friend was like, do you know Idiot is still persisting with me? And then my friend was like, then you should give him a chance. I feel like he really loves you. And then you saw that struck to me. That comes the lesson that at first I didn't even feel anything for Idiot. So because my friend told me that this guy has been so persistent with you, I think you should give him a chance because he loves you. And remember, we should date people that love us.
Oh, this is what the friend is saying.
Yes.
And it sounds like this was a theme for you guys as friends because she says, remember, we said. So this is something you guys...
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Because she also had an older guy that was asking her out at that time that seemed to have loved her. So we're like, let's date those guys at the same time. Plus, we're on holiday. We get free transport. We get to see the world with those boys. They take us everywhere. Cool. Decent stuff. So I said yes to Idiot. I think it was this today. And then tomorrow, keep it in mind, he never took me on a date. He was just asking me out on the phone. And then the second day, he came with a nice car. He said, I want to take you out. You're not my girlfriend. I need to show people that you are my girlfriend. So where I grew up in a very small town. So my dad is one of the prominent figures in those towns. So if you come from the south of Africa, if you're in a small town and your dad is like a prominent figure, like everybody knows. So him taking me out because we went to a joint whereby it's a beer hall, but there's a section where you can braai meat or what do they call it? Like braai meat or what?
Barbecue meat, yeah.
Yes. You can braai or barbecue. And then he was parading me, Tinto. Parading me. So in my head, I was like, this guy really loves me. He wants everybody to know that I'm with him, which gives me security. Little did I know that he's showing people that I finally bagged one of the prominent figures' daughters in this town.
Right.
Yeah. So the main reason for the whole barbecue, what, was just to show people that I got her. Because it's also my mom, she's big on the mining thing. So a lot of people know my dad and my mom, like I finally begged her. Because I think he was telling people. Because even up to now, some people still think we're dating. He still feeds them as if we're dating. But that's their business. I don't care. So that went down. Second day into the relationship, he was just like, he came with his friends. He just was like out of my house. He was like, come out. I want to show you my house. Being innocent, naive from high school, I did not know when a guy says, I want to show you my house, what does it mean? Yes. So we went to his house. Funny enough, we reached the house. We greeted people that were there. Entered his room. First red flag, he locked the room. And I'm like, why are you locking the room? And I saw his friends drive off. And there's no car around. And he had told me he had a car. And I'm like, where is the car? There's no car. Your friends that dropped us off, they've gone. So if I want to go home, what will I do? We reached the room. Tinto, we didn't even talk. I remember I was wearing a hat. He just removed my hat. And he started kissing me from nowhere. In my head, I'm like, hello, sir? I'm like, okay, it's just kissing. It's not going to go far. And then he started putting his hands on me. In my mind, I'm like, okay, this is fine. From what I know, this is fine. And then out of nowhere, he pulled my pants down. I wanted to scream, but he was like, don't scream. because people will come and you'll be in trouble. Because your mom doesn't know where you are. Because I had lied. He put my pants down and then he pushed me towards the bed. So I was lying at the bed, but my feet were dangling down like this. And out of nowhere, he put his weight on me. And that's the time when I clocked what was happening. Like, this guy's going to force himself on me. I tried you can fight with someone. I'm fighting him and beating his chest. And he closed my mouth. It's like, do not scream because people will come. And I was like, you are hurting me. Get off me. I don't want this. I don't want this. He didn't even listen to me. It's like he had been possessed. And then he started sticking his manhood in me. The way it hurt. And I was crying. I was literally in tears, pushing him away, telling him, don't do that. You are hurting me. I don't want. He didn't even listen. I was like, calm down. I'm just going to put only the tip. It's not going to hurt. I wanted to fight, but then I was like, I'm already in this mess. What can I do? So I remember I was crying. I'm sorry if I just pause a little bit because it's a traumatic experience for me.
No,
I still relive it.
No, that's okay.
So I was pushing him and I was crying. So when he saw that I'd given up on fighting him and I was just crying, whilst he was doing his thing, I took my phone, I texted my brother, like, dude, please call me now and tell me that mama just came back or mom just came back. Mandem didn't call me and Mandem did the worst to me. And when he had finished, he was like, wipe yourself, weigh yourself up. We gotta go. Don't tell anyone. This is what people that are in love do. Yeah. So basically, I didn't admit it for the past 4 years, but basically he raped me that day.
Yeah.
But because I was in shock, I didn't digest. Plus, I'd sneaked out and he's telling me this is what people that I love do. You are now grown up. And then his friends came. They took us and it's like, do you want? And then he said, he gave me a present. It was underwear, ugly underwear. And it's like, I don't want you to wear what you're wearing. You need to wear this starting from today. Still in shock, he told me that one thing I remembered was in high school, they told us that if you ever do these things, make sure you drink something. So I told him that I need to go to see my cousin because my cousin stayed with my grandmother close to where he was renting. And then I remember I rushed to my cousin and I was like, it happened. Please don't ask me. I know you're grown up. Can I just have pills? And she could see that I was shaking, but she didn't clock it. And she's like, okay, take them. Luckily, she had like the morning afterwards. And then she gave me and I drank and then he dropped me home. That night I didn't sleep. I was shaking the whole night and crying. I just arrived home and I just texted him that I didn't like what you did to me today and you never see me again. And then I blocked him. I was crying like the whole night, shaking. Because I used to share a room with my house help. And everybody, like every morning she would wake up. My mom was like, yes, I have someone to help in the house, but you're going to help her. So we used to wake up in the morning together. We used to do the house chores together. That morning I didn't wake up. I didn't sleep that night. I was just crying and shaking up to the extent that the house help told my mom like, you need to go and check up on your child or you might lose your child. And then my mom came. It was around, because we used to wake up around 7. This was around 11, once the house was finished cleaning out. And my mom came. She handled it so well. She's like, oh, what happened? You can talk to me. I'm always your mother. Sit up straight. You can tell me. And then I just started crying before her. And I just started saying, Mom, I'm sorry that I have disappointed you. Because, in my culture, if you are married a virgin, your mother kind of gets a cow. It's called Mombe Chmanda.
Yes, yeah. So in my head, I was like, my mom is not going to get this cow and I'm going to be a disgrace to my family. So that's why I said, Mom, I'm sorry I disappointed you. She's like, no, what happened? And then I explained to her the whole thing that had happened. And she was like, oh my God. And she gave me a hug. She was like, no, it's fine. It's only virginity. It comes once. She canceled me, made me feel fine. And then she asked me, who's the boy? And then I told her that it was one of she was so hurt. She was like, no, it's fine. It's cool. Then she took me to our family doctor. The family doctor, Tinto, I've had needles put in me, but that day, they drained everything. They tested for everything that they could, because my mom was trying to be cautious. I got tested for every disease under the sun that day. I got tested. And then the doctor talked to me as well, counseled me like, it happens. And then my mom was like, don't ever talk to that guy. And then my mom drove me home. She went to that guy's place where she works. So she went to the owner. And my mom started making a menace, shouting. And then she got that guy, she got Idiot fired. Fine. So I think the story would end from there. So Idiot kept on pursuing me. So I don't know if phones nowadays do it, but back then I used to use a Huawei. Huawei, yeah. So even if you blocked someone, if they send a message, you see the message. You can see that this person is trying to send a message to you. And then I would see him explaining this whole thing like, you're taking it the wrong way. It is not a big deal. Don't you know this is what people who love each other do? And I appreciate that you're a virgin. You have given yourself to me. All that nonsense. Fine. I ignored the messages and my mom was like, don't ever talk to that person. And then I thought I'd blocked them. He started calling with a caller ID. So I did not know that a person, if you block them when they call with the no caller ID, the call comes. He would call like 20 minutes straight up. So you can call me and then it rings for like 10 seconds and then it cuts off. With him, he would call now, it rings for 10 seconds, it cuts off, he calls again. So it will be like 70 missed calls. All at once. Him until you pick up. And then when I would pick up, he would say that, you know that I love you. I'm never going to let you go. Even if it means dying for you, I'll die for you. This went on for like 2-3 weeks. I wasn't speaking to him, but he kept calling like every day. He found like an hour or two to just do his shenanigans. Because I used to stay home. So my little brother was like, who is this person that keeps calling you every day for almost 10 minutes straight without, what is this? And I told my brother, it's my ex-boyfriend. My brother's like, I think you should take him back, dude, because he clearly loves you. I would never do this to anyone. I would never do this to anyone. And that friend of mine, I didn't tell her what happened. I just told her that, we broke up. I no longer want him anymore. There's stuff that happened, but he keeps calling, he keeps pursuing. And my friend was like, if he's still after you, then go for it again. So those two people convinced me, like, okay, let me give him another chance. So that's how I give him another chance. Fine. So remember I told you that my mom made sure that he was fired. So now I thought this guy had a car because when he was asking me out, he summed as if he had a car. He didn't. So now what happened, since my mom had fired him and I told him that I'm never going to come to your place again because of the things that you did to me, it went from bed to mattress. So the first time he came after that first conversation to see me, he had his friends, 2 of his friends. We drove around the area that I used to stay, and then we found a subtle place, like it's not hidden, but a small place where you can sit. Huh? Me, I thought we addressed the thing, like we are no longer going to be having sex, because I clearly told him through the text messages when he was pursuing me, I'm like, I no longer want to be having sex with you. Full stop. We sat there with the car, and then his friends, they parked and then they went out. Tinto, bear in mind that this car doesn't have any tinted glasses. He just started kissing me and then pulling my pants down. I'm like, no. I said no. And he was like, what if you don't sleep with me, I'll go cheat on you. What's so special that you don't want to sleep with me? And I was like, no, not again. It's like, you are denying me my right as your boyfriend. That is clearly what you are doing. That is clearly what you are doing now. Either way, you're already here. So, Nazari, you better comply. And his friends knew they were outside. Nothing. They would hear us argue. They were just there, standing like trees. And I remember that's the time I had the courage to ask him, did you even bring protection? Because I'm not going to do this thing. And it's like, I don't wear protection because I'm not cheating. Imagine. It's like, I don't wear protection because I'm not cheating. And I was like, It's like, yes, I don't wear protection because I'm not cheating. I'm like, okay, fine. After, will you give me money to go buy my burning after pills? It's like, my pull-out game is strong. You won't get pregnant. So that's where I'll explain later. So I just gave in because I didn't have the energy to fight him anymore. And after a while, his friends came in and they were laughing. They're like, you guys really did it. Yeah. Nazari, please don't try to fight this guy. You saying that you don't want to sleep with him, what do you want him to do? You know, there are other women in this world. That is what you must do. You must make sure that you service your man. You must make sure that your man is okay before he goes to the world. In my head, I'm like, oh, okay, if this is what people do, that's fine. What can I do? Neither did I know that I'm being manipulated. I'm sure he had told those guys what is going on. So they came as backup to say that, you know what? We must do this. And then this was the first time. And I told him that I don't appreciate this. This is the first time. The second time, and then I asked him, why is your friend driving you? Where is your car? And then his friends laughed. It's like, his car? The last time he had a car was 2 years ago. The reason why I'm in this relationship is because you said you have a car. Yeah. You were going to take me places. So it's not like I couldn't go places, but my dad was strict. So most of the time I couldn't go anywhere, basically. So I thought if I had this guy, I would go everywhere because my dad had to know where you're going, who you're going with. You submit a whole memo of where you're going. So I was trying to avoid that. And then I'm like, I'm in this relationship because of a car. And now I'm not because of a car. And I remember the other day, I was like, you said you have a car. Why did you say you don't? So I think he clocked it that this girl only said she wanted me because I had a car. And then it came the abuse where he started telling me, you're no longer a virgin. No man will want you. And if I get a chance, I will get you pregnant if you keep joking with me. If you keep thinking that you will break up with me, you are no longer a virgin. No man wants someone who's not a virgin. And I don't like that stayed with me for so long, even in my adult life and the trauma that you did to me that night, that even up to now, the thought of having sex is just like, God, do we have to do this again? Because my body, remember, that night was in defense mode.
Yeah.
So sometimes it just happens involuntarily. And because most of the men nowadays are into red pill content. They think that you're faking, but it's actually trauma. It's not. It's not something that you do voluntarily. So it just sticked with me that I just have to deal with this because no man will want me since I'm no longer a what? A virgin. And then the second time he came as well with, so bear in mind all this was like around 3 months into a relationship. I've never been taken on a date. The only present that I got was that underwear. And the abuse was too much that I'm a very talkative, bubbly person. But when I was around him, I would just keep quiet. I felt like I was being closed off in a bottle. Like my personality was being closed off in a bottle. And I didn't like the fact that he used to come with his friends almost every day, and the friends would go outside the car and they would watch us having sex.
Wow.
Yeah. So this went on for like 3 months, and with him, when he comes with his friends, we would always fight because when I went to my cousin, she sat me down and then there's an app for I'm now outing out the ladies. Ladies, I'm sorry. So there's an app where you can basically calculate the days that you're ovulating and when your period is going to come and all that. So my cousin was like, you see, because I remember that time there were people. She's like, you see all these people days, this is the only time you can open your legs. If it's pink, do not dare. You are ovulating, you get pregnant.
Yeah.
You get pregnant. So I would always keep it in mind. So in a woman's cycle, there are 2 weeks, like there are phases. So you should give like a week and a half of you ovulating. That's when the egg will be present. So per month, I would sleep with him like maybe 2 or 3 times because I was skipping this window where I was fertile. And that would make him mad. Because he would be like, I want to sleep with you like 2 or 3 times. And he would only come to see me when he wanted to have sex. So that or putting it in a bottle, it got too much. And I remember there's a time that my mom was wasted with my dad. And then she came to me, she was like, I know you are still dating that idiot after everything that you've done. You are lucky I haven't told your dad. If I was you, I would drop him. If he thinks, because mothers know, if he thinks you will get you pregnant and you will go live with him, you will be pregnant and you keep that baby in my house. You won't go there. That's how bad it was. Because remember, he had been fired and now he had to move from where he was staying. He had to go to a worse place. So that's why he was coming with his friends and then his friends would watch us having sex. So that and plus what my mom told me, like, I was like, no, we need to end this. And then I just found a lousy reason. I broke up with him. I was fine. I was at peace.
What reason did you give?
I told him that my mom knows about us and I cannot keep on disrespecting my mom.
Yeah.
I cannot. And then he started calling. It's like, don't you see that your mom is just trying to come between us? She will come around later on. That's what all parents do. Yeah. I was like, your mom is just trying to come between us. That is what all parents do. They will come around when I come to marry you. Me in my head, I'm like, I don't want to get married. I'm still young. I still need to get a degree at some point. It's like, yeah, but your mom... So that was his reason, like, plus we will be sneaky. Your mom will not know. And I was like, plus I told you I don't like to sleep with you when your friends are watching. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. They don't even mind. They don't even... I was like, no, I'm not going to give you a chance. I was like, fine. If you don't give me a chance, I'm going to come to your house and ring my bell. The first time he came, he was just ringing his bell. at the front of my gate for like 30 minutes straight until my brother chased him away. And the second time he came, he was like, so my dad is a very short-tempered guy. He's known for beating people if they get in his way. Where I grew up. So my dad is known for beating people if you get in his way. So he came as like, I know your dad beats people. So I'm going to stand here and I will wait until your dad comes and I'll tell your dad that I love you.
What?
And you don't and you don't. And I was like, dude, one thing I would tell you is Nazari is the only girl in my father's world. If you come and you stand there, my dad will not beat you. My dad will literally kill you. Because my dad is a very physically fit guy. He goes to the gym and stuff. It's like, I don't care. I would rather die for you. And I thought he was joking. He came, Tinto. He stayed on that gate until I saw that it was time for my dad to come. I was like, fine. I texted him, I want you. I'm taking you back. Please go.
What? Yo, okay.
Yeah. I was like, please go. He's like, I won't go until you come outside and you tell me face to face that I love you, idiot. And you kiss me. I went outside. I told him, I love you, idiot. I kissed him. I'm like, please go. Because if my dad comes, it will not be disaster for you only, but it will be disaster for me as well. And then that's how he went. And funny enough, it wasn't even his car. Because if my dad had come, you'd have destroyed him, the car, and me. And the car would not even be his. That's how he went. And then we started dating. So remember, I told him that my mom made him to lose his job. Things were not working out so good for him, I can say. So he started coming to me. He was like, you know, your mom made me to lose my job and now I'm even struggling to pay rent. I can't even buy food, blah, 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 blah. Me being a good daughter and being an understanding girlfriend, I was like, how much do you need? So back then, my dad used to give me an allowance every day, not every day, every Friday, of either $10, $20 or $30, just depending.
Yeah.
So every time you'd give me allowance, this is to all girl dads that are listening there. Please, if you have teenage daughters, give them allowance, because I think the thing that saved me from becoming pregnant is because my dad would give me money every weekend. So that is the money that I used to buy morning after pills for myself. Out to the extent that the pharmacist used to go to gym with my dad is like, I'll tell your dad that you come and get the stuff after every 2 weeks. Remember, I was keeping the calendar. So after every 2 weeks, I would go and buy using my own father's money because he wouldn't wear any protection. And every time I would say, let's go and get tested, he'd be like, I'm not cheating, I'm clean. That's how it was. So going back to how he was like, yeah, your mom made me lose my job. I'm trying, things are not working out, blah, blah, blah. Me being the girl, I asked him how much do you need. Because I had morning afters then, they were like cheap. They're like $1 or $2. And remember, I'd get like $10, $20 every weekend. So I had like $70, $80, at some point even $100.
Yeah.
At that time, it was a lot of money. I was like, how much do you need? And I was like, I need rent and I need food. I took out my savings and I gave that man. I was dumb, I know.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't describe it as dumb. There was a lot going on here. Eh?
Yeah.
I think for the time that all of this was happening, you felt that was the right thing to do.
Yeah. I was like, let me support my man. And then I gave him that money. So grateful. He went on to whatever he was doing with his life. So because I'd say that I'm no longer comfortable with your friends, and I told him that he was now in a space of like, I don't have a car, I lost everything. Oh, because everything would be referred to my mom. Your mom made me this. Your mom made me this. Your mom made me this. So it came a time whereby my cousin and our friends, we always used to go out with my friends. It was like, you don't go out with your cousin and your other friends. Because I remember that time my cousin was dating someone who was well up. And I think because he didn't have money, he felt type of way, like intimidated. Sometimes would even feel jealous of myself because like on random weekends, my dad would say, we are going to this part of Zim, just pick up, let's go. And if I would tell him that I'm going there, he would be like calling me every time and again. Are you with your dad? Who are you with? Hey, how can your dad afford to take you on a random Tuesday? Hey, how is that anyone's business? Anyway, yeah, he was that overprotective, as his friends would say. So my friends and like my cousin and then our friends, we organized a ghost trip and we were like strictly no anyone's boyfriend allowed. We are not trying to unite couples here. Please, everybody come like by yourself. We contributed money. People were like, my cousin was grown and her friends were grown. So they were dating people that were well up. Yeah. I was like, where are you going? I told him. With who? I told him, you're not going there. If you're going there so that I don't know you're going to cheat on me because I don't have money, I'm going to drive you there. And I told my cousin, I'm like, this is what is, and my cousin was like, if you bring that idiot of yours near us, the one who will suffer like is you, because munoago anonyadzisa basically. I'm sorry. Like in the level, because if we were to bring our boyfriends here, munoago ndiye munhu anonyadzisa. Like your person is the only person that's not even well up. So I don't even understand his game here. I don't even understand his game. It's like, yeah, I'll draw until I had to beg him. The day that we were going, he was standing at my gate when they came to pick me up. Like, he wanted to see if there is no mandem going. And his point was like, your cousin might take you with her rich boyfriend and then she will link you up with other rich men. Yeah. Whereas it was never going to happen either way because I was still a kid compared to my cousin. My cousin was grown, so she had the right to date men that are well up. I was a kid. So, fine. So when we came from there, the sleeping together continued. But now he would be like, since your mom made me to lose my job, you now have to come to my house. I know it's going to be small, but that is what is there. You now have to come by yourself to my house. So I remember that time I had lied to him I lied to him because I had skipped my period. Oh. And I had a pregnancy scare. Yeah. It was like that. I had skipped my period. You know that period of like, God, if you give me this one time, I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a serious pregnancy scare, and I told him, I'm like, I think I missed my period. And was like, it doesn't matter. You will always be welcomed at my house. And I think I had skipped because, I was taking too much of the morning after pills. So I think my body had finally given up because...
Right.
Yeah. Because I didn't get pregnant, thank God. So I remember that day when I realized that it's been long since I had my period, I went to his house and I told him that I couldn't sleep because if I'm stressed most of the time, I don't sleep. I went to his house. I'm like, I couldn't sleep. I'm struggling to sleep because I have the pregnancy scare and stuff and stuff and stuff. It's like, you didn't sleep. Let me give you something to sleep. He made me drink a whole bottle of Bronco.
Yo.
Yeah.
And for those who don't understand what Bronco is, because the audience here is quite wide, what would you describe Bronco as?
It's a drug. It's a cough syrup, but if you overuse it, it makes you high and sleep. Yeah, it's a cough syrup, but I think it's bronchitis in other countries. If you drink it in high doses, it can really make you high and you can sleep. Please don't do it in your houses, guys.
Yeah.
Please don't do drugs. So, yeah, he made me drink that whole bottle. And I slept, but I overslept. And my mom and my dad used to come back. My mom used to come back at 5, my dad at 7. I overslept. My brother tried to call me because he was like the security guy. Every time I would go out, he was like, pay me $5 so that I don't snitch and watch over you. So every time I would pay my brother like $5. So he was doing his job, but because I was drugged, I couldn't what?
You couldn't wake up.
Wake up. And then I reached home. My mom was already there. Lucky my dad was not there. And my mom was like, where are you coming from? I was like, I went to see a friend. And my mom was like, which friend? And then I lied. But I think she could tell that something is up with this girl because I was awake, but I was not awake. I don't know how that thing works. I was not awake. And she could tell that something is wrong with this girl. And my mom is a soft person, but that time she snapped because she was like, she's a cool mom, I can say. You tell her where you are going. My dad is strict. My mom was understanding that she would help us sneak out if we had to go to like a concert or something. But she would be like, you don't lie to me because I'm the understanding one. If you tell me where you're going, even if to see your friend, you tell me and be honest. I will help you to go because you have a strict father. And I was lying to her. That's where she snapped. She was like, you're not even looking like yourself. You look high. Where were you? And then I started crying. I was just like, oh my God, Tinto, I got slapped. Yeah. This thing of you be high. If you get a slap from your mother, guys, you wake up instantly. Yeah, I was saying that my mom snapped because I think it got to her that I was lying to her. And I looked like I was not myself. And it's like, where were you? And I was like, I was with him. It's like, she was like, why? Nazari, why? Like, we literally give you everything. You are a princess in this house. We get you everything. Like, everything. You're a princess in this house. Why? And I literally did. I just said, I love him. She looked at me like, are you that stupid? Are you that stupid? Like, are you really that dumb? Because she could see something that I could not.
Yeah.
Are you really that dumb? And then she was just like, I'll keep this to myself because I understand why she didn't tell my dad. And even after the whole thing that happened, why she didn't tell my dad, I really do, because my dad, he would have gone to prison that time. Plus, I didn't want the attention of, because if she would have told my dad would have said, let's go to the police. And going to the police is opening a case. And being someone who has gone through, like, I had gone through a situation like that when I was grade 4. I was molested by someone. So that whole thing, I told my mom when that happened, because you had to call people to be witnesses and stuff. I told my mom, I don't ever want to do this in public because people would judge me and point to me as a liar over something that is true. So I told her then when I was in grade 4, like, I don't ever want to go through this. So I understand why she was like, I won't tell your dad, because if I tell your dad what's going on, it will be a whole case. And so she was very upset that day. Fine. And then the next morning, I didn't talk to Idiot. kept calling. I didn't talk to idiot. And he's like, what's going on? Why are you ignoring me? I'm like, my mom find out that I was with you and all that, so I don't want to talk to you. And she's like, I keep telling you that your mom is the one that's coming in between us, but you don't listen. Yeah. Like, I keep telling you that your mom is the one that's coming between us. That's what mothers do. Anyway, if you let me, like, I'm serious about you to the extent that my sister who's in South Africa wants to talk to you. The sister was added on the call. It was just the normal, hi, how are you? I'm fine. But I think he was doing that to just calm me. That's where the other lesson comes in, like, because he knew what to do, he would always keep me in that relationship. Because now it was like, you see, I'm serious with you. Come, my sister wants to meet you. Nobody knows where my sister is. I really respect my sister. And my sister wants to talk to you. And the sister even WhatsApp me that day. And they spent the whole day talking with the sister. Which was very funny.
Which was?
Very funny because, like, the sister, you could tell that the conversations, the sister did not even know who I was, basically.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Because she would ask questions like, okay, so who are you to him?
Oh.
When did you meet him?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So it's like being told, just talk to her so that we keep her in the... So that is what happened. So fine. And then so that time things were okay, but I was avoiding to see him. And I remember I kept on pressing him like, you must take me on a date, or even if you don't want, I will pay. I will pay. And that's the only thing that dragged him out of the house. So we went to this, like, a small joint, and where I grew up, and then we went there because I said that I would pay. He came. This man was late. You know, you are standing there by yourself and people know your dad. They're asking you, are you lost? Should we call your father or something? Do you need something? And for me to order food without him not being around, he didn't like it. He would be like, why are you ordering food without me? I am the one that's supposed to lead the relationship. You should wait for me to come. So I didn't even want to do anything. And then he came. When he came, he was so upset, so agitated. I didn't even understand what was going on. And he was just like, give me your phone. And I was like, no, if I give you my phone, I'm going to have to see your phone. It was like, my phone is a man's phone. You don't look through a man's phone. Give me your phone now. I'm like, no, I don't want with my phone. Because the reason why I didn't want with my phone, because my mom would keep on reminding me, like, I don't like the person you're with. So my mom would text me every time that if you went out and you lied to me and I found out that you're with this person, we're going to fight. So I didn't want him to see that. And it's like, and then he kept on being a menace at that party. And I don't even know why he was being a menace, so much of a menace like that. So much of a menace like that. Until he just grabbed my phone and scrolled through it. He scrolled through the phone and he didn't find anything. And it was like, these days you no longer want to sleep with me. Now you're asking me to come out and take you out when you know I don't have money. It seems as if you now have a new man that's funding your life. So I want to see. In my head, I'm looking at him like, a new man that's funding my life. I have a father that works. You are even here to eat his money. So which man are you talking about? And then the day went on, but like there was just tension because I was just agitated. I didn't like the way he spoke to me, shouted at me in front of people. I was just agitated, but I just put on the facade and then vibed with him. So the other time, the next coming 2 weeks, I think,
my cousin told me that she wants to see me and we need to go out. I went to my cousin's house, my grandma's house, and she was like, I want to show you something. I don't know how you might take it, but this is how it is. I'm like, oh, okay. She sat me down. She's like, my man did a dive into your man because they used to work in the same industry. Seems as if your guy was married at some point.
Mm-mm.
And he has a kid, but he's a deadbeat.
Yo. So zero connection with the kid at all.
Yeah. It's like he's phasing himself out. And I'm like, what? And my sister was like, yeah. So I think my sister deep dive because I think my mom had told her, like, please just get this girl out. And then that day, because they used to stay in the same area, and my sister was like, no, I understand you're hurt, but we're going out, it's fine. My sister had said in the same area, I called him, I'm like, I want to see you. He's like, come to my house. I'm like, no, I won't come to your house because I know what you do when you tell me to come to your house. No, I'll meet you in the road. So my plan was like, if I break up with him in the road and then I go back home running, he won't make this menace. My mom and my dad were away for that time, like for the next 4 or 5 days. So even if you say you are going to do what, there's no one at our house. You do your worst. You do your worst. I called him. We met at the road. And I told him, sir, this is going to be the last time me and you have been an idiot more than enough. Because I think this was like the third time of us breaking up. I told him, like, this has gone on too far. And I found out that you have a child. That man denied it. But there was V1 once. He denied, like, yeah, I was never married. Yeah, I was like, anyway, whether you were married or not married, that's none of my business. Me, I'm done with you. Because I don't do married men here. I don't want God to be angry with me. Bye. You followed me, Tinto, and he grabbed my arm and he put his hand on my neck. Hey, it's like, I would choke you now if you think you're going to leave me. I was like, one thing, at that time I laughed because people were passing by. I was like, don't joke with me, I'll scream here and all these people will come. And if they come, you would not like it, just let me be.
Yeah.
It's like, fine, but this is not over. It's because I know you are with your cousin and she has already introduced you to rich men. That's why you don't want me. But it's fine, I'll get you back. Fine. Then my cousin went out to that same joint because it's a very nice place to just sit, vibe, buy meat. There's live music and stuff like that. So we went there. We started drinking. Yeah, I drank like 2 packs of Hunters by myself.
Because of the stress.
Because of the stress, yeah. And lo and behold, idiot walks in. And my sister's like, what is your ex doing here? Now he was referred to as ex. What is your ex doing here? I'm like, I don't know. And it was like, I'm not going anywhere until you say that you were taking me back. I was like, no. So because I was wasted, I was now making a menace. And I was letting it all out. I was like, you did this to me. I gave you this money. I gave you this. And our transport with my cousin was not going to come for the next, because we had told her boyfriend that come pick us after an hour. So he had gone somewhere. And he had borrowed a car. It's like, I'm not going anywhere without you. And he went to talk to my cousin, like, if you want, because she's now making a menace, I can drop you off and her. I'm like, my cousin was like, hey, it's because I had shown him, I was making a menace to the extent that I even threatened to throw a bottle at him. Yeah. And then my cousin's like, okay, fine, take us home. Fine. We went home. And then because I was sitting at the front seat, when I was about to go, he locked the door. And my cousin was outside already.
And he was like, I'm not going to let you out until we figure this out.
Mm.
And my cousin was like, and then I just told her, like, go, I'll fix it. Because she was confused. Remember, we were at my grandmother's place, and my grandmother is now asking, like, what's the noise for? Hey, what's the noise for?
Mm.
And if my parents find out what was going on, especially my mother, and that's when my sister was like, go talk with your person. Please just get away from there,
Mm.
from the gate, because we're now making noise. And then we drove around. What you could say is, I'm not going to give up on you, blah, 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 blah. And then we went and parked somewhere close to where I used to stay, because there was not a lot of people there.
Mm.
And then it's like, I want you, come to the back seat, let's figure this out, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, I no longer want you. You're toxic for me. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. Because I was drunk, I don't know what happened, but we ended up having sex that day.
Oh, my days. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The same old, no protection, no what. But the next day, I was like, I don't know what happened yesterday because I was wasted, but me and you are done. I'm so done with this. And then he was like, if you're done with me, I'm also done with life. I'm going to kill myself. And then I was like, I'll meet you in hell, because I thought he was joking. Because every time he'd always make threats and then he doesn't follow up with them. I was like, I'll meet you in hell then. Bye. And then he video called me holding a bottle of red poison. So because he knew I was at my grandmother's place, he was like, if you don't come and take off this bottle from my hand, I've already written a note. You're going to be the reason for my death. Yeah. And I said, like, this man is serious. I put on my slippers and ran to his house. And I was like, okay, fine. Don't drink the poison. I'll take you back. He's like, are you sure? It's like, and he was like, yes. I'm like, yes, I'm sure. He's like, for you to prove it, you need to sleep with me. I'm like, fine, I'll sleep with you. And to that time, I was now becoming a bit woke. That I'd asked him, because we used to do as just once now. I'd asked him, can we change this? Because the sex was so bad to the extent that I would think, like, I think I left a pot of meat on the stove. I left this on the stove. I left that on the stove. And I used to ask myself, is this the sex that people glorify?
Right.
Because it was that bad. Because with him, the style was just to please himself only. He didn't even care about the other person. Fine, that happened. And remember that day, and my cousin was so disappointed when I came back. It's like, where were you? I told her, he's like, oh, okay, it's your life choices. There's nothing that we can do. It's your life choices. So this was like the fourth time. So it kept on happening, like the relationship would be like this. So when this happened this time, right? Because my mind, I was programmed that to prove that to this guy that we are still together, we need to sleep together. We need to sleep together. There's another time as well. There's another time as well. He came to take me from my house. And then he took me to the first place that he took me to parade me. It's like, I came here to show you that I still love you, to remind you that we're still together and all that. And I just burst into tears. I'm like, I don't get it why you're still with me, because I don't feel like I'm in a relationship. I feel like I'm in a constant fight. I feel like I'm just an object to you. I'm just here to just have sex with you. basically.
Mm.
There's nothing else. You don't take me out on dates. You don't make me feel pretty. You get intimidated. I just burst into tears. Tell me why this man also burst into tears. It's like, it's because I love you too much. And it's because, like, I don't have money these days. I don't have a lot of money. That's why your mom made me to lose my job.
Your
I
mom.
don't have a lot of...
He's not going to let your mom go, is it?
No. No. He was not letting your mom let me to lose this job instead of you trying to help me. You're always trying to find my faults. Now let me tell you, my other friend, let's call him Idiot 4. Idiot 4 now has a stable life because his girlfriend just sacrificed one thing and now they are married. The girlfriend went home and just... He told me the story like Idiot 4 and the girlfriend was daughter of someone who was wealthy. And then she just stole a couple of bags from the dad and gave her man. And now her man is well set up. You could also do the same. You can also steal gold from your parents. Yep. So took that moment and I was like, just think about it. This all could stop. I'm sure your dad will not even notice, even if you steal 1 gram for me. It would mean a lot. I went and meditated over it overnight. And I was like, yes, my man needs this. My man needs this. I stole the keys to the safe where my dad used to keep the gold. Lucky enough, I didn't find anything. Although I tried for a week.
Thank God for that, eh? I'm out here and I have a sense of relief that you didn't actually find anything.
Honestly, now that I think of it, I'm like, why did I do? I searched for like a week trying to find all the gold that I could find. But luckily, with that week, I didn't find. And I even went in Adozo. Like, I tried. But my dad is like, maybe you should check somewhere. You should check. I'm like, no, my dad is too careful. If he sees, because he was already complaining that someone is moving my stuff. So, because obviously when you go to search for something when you're in a hurry, you don't leave things as you find it.
Yeah.
So he was already complaining that someone is
trying to get in.
Yeah. And I was like, no. It's like, it's fine. At least you tried. And now know that you love me. Just let it go.
How old were you at this point, by the way?
At this point, I was 20.
20, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because the relationship started when I was 19. So we are now almost a year into the relationship. And then when he manipulated me, I was like, okay, it's fine. I got back with my man. So when I got back with my man, things were like, I just felt like this is not the right thing. So I remember, I think he had a bad connection with his friends that he used to borrow cars from, to the extent that he used to use taxis or combis or I don't know what people call them in their own countries, but that public transport, the African public transport, to come to where I stay. And then that day, and then he came to where I stay, and then I was shocked that he came to where I stay. Because remember, this man would only see me because of one thing.
Yeah.
Which is just only sex. So he came to see me this day. And I'm like, I'm shocked. Like, why did you come to see me? What's going on? And I was actually happy, relieved that for the first time I'm going to see someone and I'm not going to sleep with the person. Because I don't want to I was so tired of sleeping with him all the time. And the sex was not even that good. And you would fight. Remember I told you that I had symptoms where my body would freeze up? So he would notice it and he would fight me. Which added more harm. It didn't even do good. It added more harm. So the experience is not even pleasant. Like, you would literally clock out and your body would be feasting up and the person is just fighting until he gets what he wants. So he came to see me and I was like, at least for the first time, we are not going to. And then we were talking. So my dad had suggested that I should go out of the country that we're in to go to, so that I could go and study in another country. So I had said no because I had asked my idiot, and idiot had said no. Why does your dad want to send you far? There are schools here. You should learn here so that I can be able to see you and I can be able to talk with you, blah, blah, blah. And for me, I was like, doesn't matter. I can learn here. It's fine. But my parents are like, no, you're not going to study here. You're going to go. But me, I was like, no, I will stay with my man here.
So at this point, you actually wanted to be with him. Is that right?
At this point, I was very much marinated that I wanted to be with him, although it was toxic. But remember, every day you'd always remind me. So even that time when I told him that you have a wife, he was like, even if I have a wife, else is going to want you? You are not a virgin.
Yeah.
So that would stick with me. Like, if I don't do this man right, who will marry me? Who would want me at this moment in time? And now that my body fists up like this, who would want me and be patient enough to work through this with me? Let me just be familiar with my person and just stay with them. And then he came to see me. I was like, so I saw that, because I think at this point he was now stalking my dad. I don't know why, but he's like, when I was at the gym, I heard your dad saying with another person that they are planning to send you to another country. And when were you planning to tell me this? I'm like, I told you, but you didn't put it in mind. But I'm not even considering to go, by the way. I was like, no, you should not go. You know that you're my wife. You know that you are my wife and all that.
Yeah.
You know that you are my wife. There is no way you're going to go and all that. And then as we were walking, I think someone's trying to call him. And can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we were walking, in that we came to a place where there was a bush like, and he just told me, bend down.
Sure.
Bend down now. Like, I was so confused. Like, why? What if people comes is like, just bend down. I'll just be quick. No one will see us. I just bent down. He did what he was doing and all that. So as we were walking, when he was done, I had a guy best friend from high school. This one, I'll tell you a story on this. This time I was a villain on this one. So the guy best friend called me and he was like, so because I didn't think of much of it because I was like, he's my friend. I answered. It was like, bestie, you're planning to go without seeing me. That's the relationship where it's like, so bestie, you're planning to go without seeing me. I just, like, your mom told me to try to convince you to go. Why don't you want to go, bestie? You want to waste this opportunity, best friend. Don't be an idiot. And I was like, who is that on that speaker? Who is that on that speaker? And I was like, he's my best friend. I was like, you play with guys. So as you were speaking, my best friend was hearing. And he was also retaliating on the phone.
What was he saying?
So he was like, bestie, who are you with? Are you still with that guy that's broke that you told me raped you? Bestie. Bestie, that's not fair. Bestie, we told each other that we're going to leave that guy. And it's like, that is what you say to your guy best friend. That's not your guy best friend. That's your other boyfriend. Tinto, I tell you, the only thing that saved me from him beating me that day was because we were close to my house and people were moving.
Yeah.
Because if it was, he would have done the worst to me that day. I was like, and now you're planning to even to go to Poland. How do I know you're not going to go with your bestie? Hey. And now I'm calling my best friend, like, just explain. He's like, I'm not apologizing anything. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Because he was right in a way. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. And my best friend was like, my best friend was shouting nonsense. Yeah, but you know me. I will stand with you, but not with this guy. I'm the one that was supposed to marry you. Now you're finding someone else, best friend. He was joking, but he was not joking, but that was not the time to say it. Because that was not the time to say it. So the next day, I had to beg that man. I had to beg that man. I had to beg him, like, please take me back. I'm sorry. I'm not even cheating if you want. I can give you my phone. What? He was like, if I'm to take you back, you have to promise me that you're not going to go to where your parents want you to go. And so that we'll seal off this deal, you're going to have to be pregnant for me. I'm like, I'm going to have to be pregnant for you. Like, yes, if you're planning to think that you're going to have to be pregnant for me, because I think pregnancy is the only thing that can make you stay. It was at that moment, I think, I was like, if I don't run, because I realized in my mind that there is no way I'm going to escape this relationship. No way. Because if I don't run with my life, this man is going to make me a baby mama. And then I told him, I'm like, I can't. He was even shocked and agitated, like, huh? You know that thing when you've been grooming something for too long and then it retaliates?
Yeah.
You'll be shocked. And I was like, what? It's like, I told him, no. We can continue the relationship, but no. It's like, it's fine. I'll continue, but I'm like, I'm not sure if I'll go where my parents want me to go, but I'm not going to be your baby mom. And I think because he had suspected that because all this time I was drinking all the pills, I did not tell him that I was drinking, because he used to say that no protection, because I'm not cheating. My pull-out game is strong. Don't take any pills because they damage your fertility. So all this time I was sleeping with him, sneaking around buying pills, he did not know. So all this time he thinks that it was his pull-out game.
Can you imagine?
Imagine. And that's when I was like, I remember that day, I just texted my dad. I'm like, I'm ready. Please facilitate my things. My dad facilitated my things very fast. It's like he knew. And then after, I think a month, I was saying goodbye to him. He was in disbelief. He was like, I'm going to come to the airport. I was like, as who? Don't you dare. Because in my mind, I was like, no, I cannot break up with this person. I need to run away. But I had promised him that, no, we will be in the long distance relationship. But at that time, I had fallen for him. Honestly, I was really in love with him, I can say. And then I came to the country that I was intended to come. I came, fine. At the first 3 months, the relationship was flowing well. He was like, hey, you must take nudes of yourself and show me, video call me when you're bad things so that I can see yourself. I was like, I can do a lot of things under the sun except that, because I know you are a psycho. If I do that, you might even post them on your status when we don't get along.
100%.
I was like, no. And it's like, even if when you bad video call me, I was like, no. What if you take screenshots? And then you post them like on, because I think I was starting to be awake slowly. So because he was so insecure, he would call me like even at the middle of the night, like, let me see where you are. Let me see your wardrobe. Let me see under the bed. Let me see.
Sure.
So the relationship started got draining, plus I was checking out. Ever since that time he told me that you have to become pregnant for me, I started checking out. Not that thing of girls who already be done with you, but they will still be in the relationship. That was me. Even me coming to the country that I came, I was just a plug. I'm running away. I'm checking out slowly. And I was kind of talking to people that were like, this is not normal what's happening to you. This is not normal. Plus, at that time, when I came to the country that I came to, I started talking to another guy that treated me way, way better. Way, way better. Like, the talking was nice, gentle, no threats, no, I'm going to kill myself, nothing like that. We're just talking, and he was also being like, this is not normal. So I had given him a time, because he used to say that so he never got me Valentine, he never took me on a date, he never got me a present for my birthday. Because you'd always say, I don't have money, your mom made me lose my job.
Your mom was in trouble for that, eh?
If she only knew, your mom made me lose my job. So I remember I told him, like, sir, this year my birthday is coming up. I understand we might have distance between us, but distance does not stop a Visa card. Please make sure you...
I like that.
Yeah. So please make sure you make a plan. Otherwise, we are done. And he thought I was joking because what had happened, so my birthday is around after New Year. So before Christmas, like at Christmas time, I'd gone to another city with a couple of my friends, and then we were singing and stuff, and I didn't pick up his calls. Yeah, later on when I picked up his calls, he cursed me out like my dad has never said such words to me.
Yeah.
He reminded me like, that's why because I'm a bit chubby. I was like, that's why you were fat. That's why nobody wanted you. That's why you are like this, you are like this. That's why like this, why you're not even answering my phone. You think you're pretty now. You think you now have it all because you're no longer in the same country with me. What kind of idiot does that? You are a fool. Like, he cursed me out so bad to the extent that I think he was just angry at himself and just letting it out on me. He cursed me out that I cried when I was on that video call. Like, I felt like, no, this is not how love should be. He cursed me out so bad. It's like, where are you? Show me where you are. Hey, and I didn't reply to him. I just ended the call and I cried. And I think that was when that was the last straw. I remember he even called me and there was a song there, a love song. He was playing that song. I was like, I curse you out because I love you and I miss you so bad. That's why I get frustrated when you're not close to me. I was done. And I told him, sir, my birthday is coming up. Make a plan. If you don't, we are done. I was just looking for a reason because I knew I was not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my birthday came up, obviously, came up with reasons. I was like, this would be the end. And that was the end. And then that's when we finally broke up after my birthday. And then I blocked him as always, but he kept on calling. So it was now international calls. he would call directly because I had blocked him. So you have to have a non-caller ID to what? To call. And he would waste his precious airtime to call me.
Mm.
And I would look at that phone. I'm like, it can ring for the whole day. I know all these tips and tricks. And he used to send messages like, I know you see this message, even if you are far, if you do not, I'm going to kill myself this time for real. I was like, nah. Make sure you confess your sins before you go. Make sure, because I had known everything that he can do, all the threats, everything. I was like, sir. So I was so done with him. He kept on doing all whatever he wanted, whatever, calling, blah, blah, blah. I was not even replying up until last year. My brother told me that, you know that your ex is now doing well. I'm like, good for him. So, and it's like, he moved next door to our house. He keeps saying that he's waiting for the day.
You?
And he keeps telling me to tell you that even if you have 5 kids where you are, you will still going to marry you. Hey. I'm like, this man is delusional. I don't know what I gave him, but it seems like I'm a good person. Anyone I'm going to date and thinks I'm a problem. No, I've got proof.
You've got references. Your CV's got references.
I got references. Imagine. I told my, I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, he moved next door. And where I stay is a bit expensive in our town. And I know the kind of job that he has because Mandem didn't finish high school. So for him to be able to stay next to where I stay, he's running up a lot of money.
Yeah.
And why are you staying there? It's like, I'm waiting for the day that you come back so that we can talk and fix stuff. With who? Because I know if she comes, she won't tell me and we won't see each other.
Sure. This is a lot, eh?
It was a lot.
I mean, I genuinely have nothing more to say. Except to be, grateful that you're okay and you're out of that situation and you're in a safe, in quotes, place away from him.
True.
I do worry about your relationships now, though.
Yeah.
How's that going? High level.
Relationships wise, I've only had, I can say, one after him. And that has been successful. And it was successful because I was dating someone who was familiar, who was my best friend that I was calling the other day. Because I don't want to, it's still like the other stuff is fine, but I'm still struggling with the sexual stuff because what happened that day or those years is the funny thing about I'm a firstborn and sometimes houses have dysfunctions. So immediately with me, my emotions tend to hide, fix stuff and feel later. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of person, like emotions hide, we fix, and then we feel later. So I kind of felt the emotions that happened that day a bit later. And it really affected me that sometimes when I was trying to get comfortable with other guys, and then you try to explain to them what happened, they would think that you're joking. And it has been a struggle, a really big struggle, because you're trying to override your mind, your body's doing another thing.
Yeah.
It has been a struggle, but I think I'm doing fine. But it's red pill content has really spoiled the boys. So it's hard, but it's okay. I'm also working on myself, but it's okay, I can say.
Yeah. How about professional help?
I'm due for a therapist. I really need to see a therapist, honestly.
Are you okay to share why that hasn't happened yet? Is it a money thing? Is it you gathering the mental strength to do it? Because I know going for therapy requires you to be okay with that mentally first?
I think it was mainly because of the fix now, feel later. Because if I'm to tell you that the emotions that I should have felt that year, especially to the first occurrence of, because I told you that it was through, I can't remember which episode last you were talking with a guest on the podcast. And then she just brushed over something like, as I said, and you told her, wait, you were raped.
Yeah.
So that was a knock in my head. I'm like, oh, that's why I act like this. I was actually raped. So that's when I had to digest, sit down with myself, all that. So honestly, this year is one of the years I'm saying I should go for therapy, because it's not nice either way. If you're not with someone familiar, your body acts away. But I must go for therapy this year. It's not about the fans. It was about just realizing that I need help.
Would it make a difference if you maybe whilst you're getting yourself together to go for therapy too? I know you've spoken to me about this, and I appreciate this. I really appreciate you sharing this, because it's really deep. And like I was saying, you left me with nothing more to say than to, wish you healing. And if it would help you speaking to another lady or woman, would you? Not that I have one in mind, but I know that there's a feeler out there who understands exactly what you've gone through, and they might be okay speaking to you.
Yeah, I think.
But would you be okay with that, or you'd rather take it in your stride? There's absolutely no pressure. You don't have to commit to anything.
No, I do think I'm ready, because reaching out to you was the first step. I was like, because like there are programs, I can say, church, whereby people speak of abuse and stuff. I would keep quiet. I would tell myself, no, you can't. Mainly because of what happened when I was young. I think I just mentioned it. So I was like, no, what if it's not a safe place? So I just told myself, you know what, you need to heal. The first step is just try to speak out as much as you can. You don't know when you get help. So I would really be open to just speaking to a lady or anyone. It's okay. I think I'm ready to do it now.
Yeah. Okay, so hey, this is just a call out to feelers who are listening to this. If you feel you have it within yourself to help our dear friend here, Nasozi, start making the journey towards healing, because she's already expressed how being with a man physically makes her feel. Looks like she has some emotional availability, but I don't know how much capacity she has. If you feel you can help with this, please reach out. Hit me up in the DM, and we'll see if we can arrange something. And then for you, Nasozi, I'll pick this up with you offline anyway, and then see if I could get some professional help on this end to support you with that. But thank you so much for sharing such a deep story. And for those of you who've made it to the end of the episode this far, the 4 lessons that came out for those that have made it to the end of this episode, the 4 lessons that have come out are: number 1, always listen to your inner person and your parents. Number 2, to all girls aged 22 and below, you can never be smarter than the game. Date your age as you mature. Number 3, most older men who date young women are predators looking for a victim. And then number 4, love is a two-way street. You have been listening to another episode of The Feeling Station. I'm your host, Tinto, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're feeling. Now that it's over. Let me talk about my feelings. Yeah. Love is a fire. All up in my feelings. I'm all up in my feelings, yeah.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.